They get in the stadium, dude. Out there like bowling kegs with Donovan. Micah dominated an overwhelmed Brown squad. 9 pressures, 5 QB hits, 4 tackles, and a tip ball that led to an interception. Cowboys put up 33. Here's Mike McCarthy.
Excellent win, especially going on the road, coming up here with a great football environment. I thought we started the first half, thought we played well, did little things. Second half was sloppy. So good win. Anytime you win by, 3 scores, and you have a lot to correct. So that's where we're at. But, we talked about being a better road team, and we got off to a good start.
Okay. Cowboys, most pressures under Mike McCarthy, so this is more of a Mike Zimmer thing, but Mike McCarthy gets the credit on the graphic, as does Micah Brew. It's time for our debut grade of the year. I'm excited. What grade are you giving
Professor
the Cowboys?
Broussard.
Well, first of all, am I the only one that feels like Mike McCarthy was talking to Jerry Jones? We said we won by 3 scores. Just let him know, hey, we went to a playoff team last year, won by 3 scores. But I'm not calling them a playoff team. So let me see what the grade
are. They went to the playoffs.
But it's a new season.
It's a new.
So first of all, regular season game
does this.
And the Cowboys usually are great in regular
Not
season
on the
games,
road,
right?
usually.
But they won 12 in the last 3 years, so check. Tomato can. With Deshaun Watson, I hate to say it, with Deshaun Watson at quarterback, the Browns are tomato
You
can.
had them as the best division
I had them finishing,
third,
but I had them finishing last. I had them finishing last.
Okay.
Pittsburgh third. So tomato can.
You had them in the playoffs.
Check.
I knew he was going to do this.
So the Cowboys is a regular season game, and it doesn't mean as much as their big games. Against the tomato can, they did what I expected them to do. What they always do.
You're upset a lot.
They went out and play well, and we all picked them to win too. All right. Now, I'm not going to kill. They played well.
Not going to kill them.
I'm even going to give
17. They dominated the game.
I'm going to give Zeke. Right. So I'm not going to kill him. Zeke actually looked pretty good. He was only 10 carries, 40 yards, but he looked better than I expected. That shows you how low my expectations were. But Zeke looked good.
So what's
Dak wasn't special, but this was a great pass. This touchdown pass to Brandon Cooks. If you see it right, like against pressure, just perfect pass. They got what Micah was great. 1 sack, 5 QB hits.
Do you agree that Dak, just while they're showing the video, they put it in ball control, kill the clock mode once it was very clear Cleveland was never going to move the ball at all?
Pretty
like that,
much.
He could have had more gaudier numbers.
He wasn't as efficient as you want.
He actually puts up big numbers when they lose.
But go ahead.
But I thought they looked good. So look,
so what's the grade?
I'm going to be
only
fair.
One grade that's
this is what I do. I don't. As much as I like teasing the Cowboys, I'm gonna be fair to the Cowboys.
Okay, good.
Get an A.
All right,
it was a great win.
Okay,
Great season opening win.
So it's got to be A's across the board. The offense, including the much maligned running game that ran for 100 yards. They ran for 100 yards, Brew. They, as you said before, Zeke was fine.
Zeke was okay.
Rico Dowdle had his moments. They got the ball as two. We have to be fair. We can't mock the Cowboys all offseason, talk about those things, and then when Stephen Jones is like, hey, we're going to get the ball in CeeDee Lamb's hands on jet sweeps and other things, and they do and they work, we've got to be fair there. The defense was obviously spectacular. The special teams were the best in the league by a mile. While the whole world,
Chicago's was pretty good.
Chicago had a block punt, another team had a block punt, but I'm talking about they had a punt return, and their kickers out here banging kicks was getting ready to kick a 70-yarder.
I was hoping to see that.
While you guys, I feel overvalue most running backs in the league and the importance of that position group, while undervaluing the kicker position group, because the Cowboys might have the best kicker in the league.
I buy that.
And I think that's going to matter. The coaching was excellent, most notably Mike Zimmer, who was like, you know what? I don't think Deshaun can handle any of this. And I do not think it is fair yet to call the Browns a tomato can. Now, I thought they were going to be one of the worst teams in the league.
that's what it is.
Right, but I don't think anyone is a tomato can yet, except for Carolina and the Giants.
When do the tomato cans start? First of all, with all due respect, you are not in charge of tomato cans.
Right, but if you remember last year, you had to rescind a tomato can designation on the Rams because you thought they were
early on. The Cowboys demolished the Giants week 1, and Brew was like, tomato can alert.
I think it's
the Browns are they unless they switch quarterbacks.
Right, but here's I guess
their can is in the total can section.
Okay, I mean this is what the Browns defensively were though last year. If we can show you at home,
they were fine.
Last year at home, well, last year defensively they weren't fine. They were the best team in the league by a mile at home, and the Cowboys, I thought, kind of did what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
And so I think Dallas was the underdog in this game. Mike Zimmer was excellent. Mike McCarthy was great. Dak did not press because he had gotten the new deal.
True.
So this is the only grade they could receive, and I compliment Professor Broussard for giving it to him. What?
Oh, I thought you had more. I thought that was a preamble.
No. Do you want me to say more?
No, I thought that was great. I'm ready.
I think they get an A. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Great.
Let's get to the next
Let's look at the numbers now.
Speaking of Professor Broussard.
Here we go. Here are the numbers behind Dak's big payday. 1 hour before kickoff. 2 classic 2s from me and Brew. 1 classic 3 from Nick. 4 years, $240 million from Dak. Here's the newest, highest paid quarterback in the league, Dak Prescott.
I told you guys I had an obligation to the league and to the other quarterbacks, and so honestly, one of the guys in the locker room, they're expecting Rolexes from me, I think, or some kind of watches, or APs or something. So everybody's trying to give me the wrist size, and then they mentioned the highest pay, and I go, yeah, it's because I'm a quarterback, and so to that, it's because I was up.
I got to measure mine, too. We called that, too, Dak.
We told you, Dak.
We were influencing
It was coming. All you had to do was be patient.
We called that one. So classic 1s from us or classic 2s, but we've been calling
if you guys were eligible for those designations, it would be classic 2, eventually incontrovertibly correct, despite the best classic 2s are ones where people doubted them, and then they end up coming incorrect, which is why this is such a great moment for this show. Because you guys nailed that it would happen, and classic 1 on my end by nailing to the dollar how much it would be for. We have, I don't know, if you remember 5 months ago when I said to Kevin Wildes, it's not going to be barely beating Joe Burrow. It's going to be $60 million. And Wildes like, he's worth 10% more. Yeah. And then Coach Mangini was skeptical, and I told him, he will break every record, including Deshaun Watson's guarantee. And he beat it by $1 million.
Classic 1.
I even said the Cowboys were not offering him what they knew it would take to get done, which was beat Deshaun's deal and a deal that starts in the 60s. So, I mean, if we may, Brew, I said it would not get done before the start of the season. And if I'm not mistaken, when this got done, the season was 270 seconds done with. 2 of the 272 games had been played. So congrats to you guys for nailing the order of operations. And congrats to me for getting, the details that they had to hammer out for 5 months.
Wow. First of all, nice try.
What do you mean?
Nice try.
What do you mean?
Wow, you are way too soft.
What?
Because in addition, first of all, I didn't see any evidence of what you just said about,
everyone knows it. Wildes, can you be an impartial witness?
I remember that.
About me saying
what I have evidence of?
What do you?
This! This!
What?
Nick Wright saying this!
Dak Prescott still doesn't have a contract. I have not moved on this at all, ever. I do believe this will be Dak's last year in Dallas. And you, KW, I do believe said, I'm 100% sure. And then Brew high-fived you awkwardly and said, me too.
Wow. Dak's deal, not done.
Not getting done.
Well, no one knows that.
You guys have a few hours before you're wrong and a few days before you're dead wrong. And listen, we're going to find out. I could be wrong. There, it's few and far between, but I have a few Category 3s on my record. What's that supposed to be? What's that?
Incontrovertible evidence that
like
you
some
are
shaky
wong.
editing.
Yeah.
And here's the deal.
There was like a flashback.
There's
Wilds, and I hesitate to put you in, include you in here now that you're giving it. Wilds and I get an A+
We're back.
on this. And Nick,
This is
I'm giving you a grade on the Dak Prescott contract. F grade. You get an F for the Dak Prescott contract.
Can I
Trying
say
to make
something
it
real
a
quick?
category 1.
Credit to both of you for sticking to your guns. It was awful dark on Friday, and you could have folded, and you didn't. And to be clear, while yes, of course, I obviously got the dollars right because I could do that